Hello, today is Saturday, March 22nd, 2025, and I'll be doing today's New York Times Hard Sudoku puzzle. So, let's fill the grid. And before we get started, I just want to say thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and please leave a comment down below. I do have a question today for you, and that is, what is your favorite Sudoku puzzle to do? Is it the New York Times Hard? Is it a different newspaper's puzzle? There's lots of websites out there where you can do Sudoku at all different levels of difficulty, and they come out with new puzzles every day. So what is your favorite Sudoku puzzle to do? Let me know in the comments. And so let's get started. I see this 3 here and this 3 here looking into this box, so we can limit 3 to one of these two cells. Let's see, what else is going on up here at the top? Not much. So I always just do like an overall scan of the grid and see if there's something easy to find before I do a more systematic scan. But I see this 2 here and this 2. I'm going to mark these 2. So I'm just going to go around the grid like that. I see this 8 actually, and this 8 looks into this grid. So 8 is going to be in one of these 2 cells. We have a 4 here and a 4 here, looking into box number 4. So let's mark those. Let's see, what else? Okay, got a 6 here. Let me use my mouse here. 6 here, 6 here, 6 here, looking into this box. So where is 6 going to go? It's going to go in one of these 2 cells. 6 also looks into this box here, so we're going to have 6 in one of these 2 cells. That's actually going to help us, or allow us, to place a digit right here. It's going to point right back to these 6s that we just marked. So 6 has to be right here. Okay, so 8 here looks up into this box along with this 8. So 8's going to be in one of these 2 cells in box number 3. 5 looks down into this box. All right, let's just keep looking around here. Is there anything else? Anything else that jumps out? Not really. Not really. I feel like there's something. There's got to be something. Okay, 8 is here. All right. Let's go back to the top here and we'll do, let's look at this row. So the row needs a 1, 2, 4, 6, and 9. Well, this can't be an 8. So I knew that, why did I mark that as an 8? I looked here. I marked that. Again, let's look at this row. We need a 1, 2, 4, 6, and 9. So this is a 6 and a 9. 6 or 9. Actually, yeah, that can only be a 6 or a 9. Okay. Nope. Let's look at this row here. We need a 1, 3, 5, and 7. This is only a 1 or a 3. I feel like it's kind of early in the puzzle to be doing rows. So let's see if I can go band by band and see what I can find. So this isn't doing much. 1, 2, 4, 6, and 9. We got this down to a 6, 9. 5 is going to be in one of these cells. 6, 4. Why? This seems to be a hard break-in for New York Times Hard. Usually you get a lot more. Okay, so here's one that I'm missing here. This 4 and this 4 looking up into this box. The only place for 4 in box number 3 is here. So let's mark that. That's going to let us place this 8 as well. That's also going to let us mark 8s over here. And it's going to let us mark 8s down here. All right, so 4 now looks across here. This 4 looks up. Got 4s that are going to be pointing down here. That's going to let us place a 4 down here in box number 8 because we have 4s here pointing, 4s here pointing down. This 4 points across. And that's going to let us place another 4 here. Oh, I'm sorry. Man, I am not paying attention here. Okay, 4 is going to be in one of these 3 cells, so we can't do much with that yet. But is there anything else we can do? Okay. Okay, the 7. So since we placed this 4, that helps us with this 7 because this 7 looks into this box. And now we can mark 7s here. That's going to point down here. And down here in this bottom band, we have 7s here and here. So 7 has to be in one of these 2 cells. And since we're on this column here, I'm going to take a quick look and see what we need. We need a 1, 6, 7, and 8. This is a 1, 7 only. This is 1, 6, or 7. 1, 7, 8. Okay, that's not too helpful. We know this isn't a 3, though. Well, yeah, we already knew that. 3 is going to be over here somewhere. All right. What else can we do? Okay. So this is down here. Where can a 6 go in the bottom row? 6 is looking at this cell. 6 looks at all 3 of these cells, or claims these 3 cells is what the term is. And so the only place for 6 in the bottom row is right here. Okay, that's going to point back up to these marked 6s. So now 6 can't be in this cell any longer. It has to be here. And that points, that 6 and this 6 point up to this box. So now we can mark 6s here. So let's take another look at this, both this box and this column. Let's just fill this box in. This is going to be either, in these cells, we have 1, 5, and 7. Okay, this can only be a 5, 7. This can be a 1, 5, or 7. This can be only a 1, 7. Now down here, this column needs a 1, 7, and 8. Well, this can only be a 1, 8. This could be a 1, 7, or 8. So I am going to just mark that. What we notice from that is that 1s now point across. So we don't have any other 1s interacting here, but it's just something to remember that we have 1s pointing across. All right, so let's see now. Let me just take another look at this row. We need 1, 3, 5, and 7. This is a 1, 3. This is 1, 3, 5. This is 1, 3, 5. Okay, so another way I'm looking at what we need in these 4 cells in the row. But another way to look at that, if you notice, there's a 7 that looks at this cell, 7 looks at this cell, 7 looks at this cell. The only place a 7 can go in this row is right here. Now we can come back up here and mark these 2 7s. Okay, so now what can we do with that? Okay, 3 looks at this cell. This 3 over here looks at these 2 cells. So the only place for 3 now is in one of these 2 cells. So, in this box, let me go down to, well, okay, 3 here. 3 here is limited to one of these 2 cells. This 3 and this 3 now look down into here. So I'm trying to see, that doesn't, I just noticed that, so I just wanted to mark it, but Oh, okay, so I noticed something here. This 2 and this 2 are looking up into this column. We already have 6 and 7 limited to these 3 cells. Now we also have 2 limited to those 3 cells. So another way to look at it is 7 is limited to these 2 cells because it looks into this box. It's the only place it can go. 2 is down here pointing in, so we can limit it there, and we have 6s here. So that's a 2, 6, 7, and that leaves a single here. So what's the remaining digit? We need a 9. That's a 9. All right, and so that means that 9 is going to go in one of these 2 cells. We have a 3, 5, 7 left in this column, so I am going to mark that. We already have 5, 7 here. This is going to be 3, 5. This is 3, 5, or 7. So the other consequence of this triple here, this 2, 6, 7, is this can't be a 7 anymore. That's only a 1, 5. Still doesn't let us place anything, but we need to remove that 7 as a candidate because it can't be a 7 anymore. And I'm going to just fill the rest of this column in. So we have the 2, 6, 7 marked. The other 3 cells here are going to be 1, 5, or 9. Okay, so this is either 1, 5, or 9. You can't really restrict these. So these could be 1, 5, or 9. Okay. So what else can we look at here? What else can we look at here? 6, we need a 6. We need a 2 in here somewhere. Oh, 2 is going to be limited to one of these 2 cells down here in this box, which doesn't help us too much. I want to take a look. I do want to take a look at this box, 1, 3, 5, 4, 9. Okay, so I think I just got lucky there. What can this cell be right here that I have highlighted? It can be a 1, can't be a 2, 3, can't be 4, could be a 5. Oop. Can't be 6, 7, 8, or 9. So we have this down to 1, 5. We also have this down to 1, 5. Right away we can say that this is not a 1 anymore. This is a 7, this is a 5, and this is a 1. And now this is a 5. Okay, that is quite helpful because now we can come down here and remove 1 from here. Now we have a 5, 9 pair, so we can take 5 out of this cell and this cell. That makes this a 3, this is 7. Now we can take 7 out of these that cell, so this is a 1-8 pair. Okay, that's great. That is great. Okay, now we can come over here and mark these 3s, because remember we have this 3 here. These 3s point down, this 3s can be marked here. All right, we're cooking, we're cooking. All right, so we need 3, 8, and 9 here. Not going to mark that yet. We need 1, 3, and 5 here. This is a 1, 3. So actually in this row here now, the only place for 5 is here. That 5 claims this cell. This 5 points down at this cell. So there's your 5. Now I will mark the 1, 3 pair left in the row. All right, and now, so we place this 5. Now we have this 5 and this 5 looking into box 1. So 5 can only go in one of these 2 cells. So we have a hidden pair here because this can no longer be a 7. 5 and 8 can only go in this cell or this cell. It can't be 7. So just if that's not clear, we have a 5, 8 looking into this box here. We also have 5, 8 here looking into this row. We have 5, 8 looking up. This has to be a 5 or an 8. Can't be a 7 anymore. So your 7 is going to go right there. That's going to look over here. And now we have a 2, 6 pair. This places the 7 in this box. Okay. So what else can we do here? 9. Okay, 9. We can place a 9. This 9 looks up. This 9 looks across. There's your 9. Now we can place a 9 here. That places the 4. This is a 1, 3 now. 1 is here, 3 is here. We need an 8, 9 here. So let's just mark 9. This is 3 now. So this is now a triple. It's a 1, 2, and a 1, 2, 7. So 7 has to go here. Can't resolve the 1, 2 yet. All right, we are well on our way here. What's the best thing for me to look at here? Let's mark 1s here because we do have 1 looks up this way, 1 looks across, so 1 can only be in one of these 2 cells. What is the best thing to look at here? That's the question. What do we have left in this row? We need a 2, 3, or 9. 2, 3, or 9. So this actually is a single right here. The row still needs a 2, 3, and 9 because we have the 5, 8 pair here. 3 and 9 are looking at that cell. That's a 2. This is not a 2 anymore. Okay, what's left in this box? We need a 1, 4. Okay, so 4 is limited to these 2 cells. So we have a 1, 4 pair. And what's the other number? We need a 6 still, don't we? And that's going to look over here. Let us place a 6 there and a 2 there. 2 is now limited right here. This is a 1, 4 pair in the row. We're left with 5, 8 down here. Oop. Okay, coming back up here. This is a pair now, 3. So the row still needs a 9, right? Yeah. So this is now 1, 2, 4. This is not resolved yet. Okay, but this 3, 9 is actually resolved. This 3 looks up here, so this is a 9, this is a 3. 3 has to be in one of these 2 cells down here. We're all marked up. Okay, actually we can resolve this pair now. This is a 9, this is an 8. So 9 has to be right here because we have this 9 and this 9 and this 9 looking into this box. So this is a 9. That makes this a 2. This is a 3. So like I said, we are cooking now. Let's see. Oh, this 4. Wow, this could not have been a 4 to begin with. Why did I do that? All right, so what's left here? We need a 1, 8, 1, 5, and 8. Okay, 5 and 8 look at this cell. So this is your 1. This is a 5, 8 pair. This is a 5 or an 8. Okay, that matches up with the 5, 8 over here. So we have a 1, 4 left. 4 looks at this cell. So this is a 1. This is 4. This is 1. This is 2. This is 4. This is 1. Let's come over here, and this is an 8, this is a 1, this is a 9, this is 5, this is 8, this is 5, this is 8, 1, 2, 5, 8, 5, and the last two numbers are 4 and 6.